The captain always kept a note in his wallet. It said, "Better late than cause a disaster." That day the captain had just taken off from the airport. His plane encountered a flock of birds in the air. The engines were damaged and lost power. Worse, both side engines were also damaged. The plane shook violently. At that moment the captain did not know the engine status. He only felt the engines were slowing down. The captain tried to restart the engines, but there was no response. He did not hesitate and turned on the auxiliary power. The co-pilot quickly took out the emergency manual. He tried to find a solution for the engine failure. The captain called the control tower for help. The tower ordered all planes to stop flying and to assist the captain in returning the plane. But the captain knew very well their best option was to make an emergency landing on the river. There was an airport nearby on the right, but the plane's altitude left no space to maneuver. The captain broadcasted to the passengers, telling everyone to assume emergency impact positions. The passengers panicked when they heard this. They did not understand what was happening. Finally, following the flight attendant's instructions, everyone assumed the positions. At that time the tower still hoped the plane could land at a nearby airport, but the captain's 42 years of flight experience told him their only choice was to land on the water. The next second the tower lost the plane's radar signal, but the staff kept calling the captain. The nearest airport was at their 2 o'clock direction, about 11 kilometers away. The tower knew that water landings had less than 1% success rate. The captain carefully controlled the plane. He slowly adjusted the angle for water landing. As the altitude decreased, the plane hit the water. The strong momentum made it slide forward. Fortunately, they successfully landed on the water. The plane did not break apart and no major accident happened. The captain quickly left the cockpit and organized the passengers to evacuate in an orderly way. The passengers all stood on the wings. The Coast Guard noticed and immediately requested help. Air rescue quickly arrived. Rescue teams soon reached the scene and saved all the passengers. The captain went into the water-filled tail section to make sure no one was left behind. Then he returned to the cockpit and took his flight records. He was the last to go down the escape slide. With the cooperation of multiple departments, the rescue was completed quickly, but the captain was still worried when he reached shore. He wanted to know if all 155 passengers were safe. The rescued passengers were scattered among different rescue teams, so he could not get an immediate answer. The captain went to the hospital for a checkup. Finally, someone brought him good news. All 155 passengers on the plane survived. The captain finally breathed a sigh of relief. News reports quickly covered the event. The captain became a hero in the public eye. But next, he faced an investigation from the National Transportation Safety Board.